engage in meaningful discussion, allow us to grow closer as a group, and nurture the bonds of the community. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a Cloverport city clerk. Michael?
I'll motion to approve the agenda.
Minutes?
I make an agenda to, or, I'm sorry, I make a motion to amend the minutes to accurately reflect last month's meeting.
Last month?
Yes, ma'am.
Going down to,
Is there a second, then when you take the
is
vote?
there a second on that?
Yeah, second.
Any objection?
No objection? Going in bills? Okay, like I said, we have a designation of, clerk and city clerk, Karen Lee, and assistant clerk Sarah Riney. We're accepting applications at City Hall. The number is 788-6632. Hours are 8 to 4. If you can't get here by then, please put it in the drop box. On our, in your package, we should have a water rate raise. So our water is going up. Currently, we pay $2.14 per 1,000 gallons. The new rate is $2.30, and I think that figure says it started in July.
July 1st.
July the 1st. We didn't vote on that in this application.
How many years we got left on that contract? It's too many here.
Did find out since 2009.
Okay, let's go on to clerk report. That was the would you like to read that? Clerks?
The city sold,
Gonna have to speak up.
okay, the new city stickers went on sale 1st of April. They're now $20 each and 15 for motorcycles. We have sold a total of 522 stickers as of November 29th, 2023. As of December 1st, 2023, 9 city stickers have been sold. All those for February were paid. Online payments were 103 payments.
Thank you very much. Police department?
We had 7 arrests, 1 criminal summons,
3 city citations, 116 total calls, and that's everything, assisting agencies and everything. We had 15 state citations, 4 warrants, and we used 203 gallons of fuel. I spent the weekend in Owensboro, got certified as fire inspector, so I'll be able to help the city with the fire inspection on buildings, stuff like that. I had my 40 hours recertification for DOCJT completed for the year. I've submitted a $57,000 grant for a new cruiser and submitted a $3,000 grant for ammunition. We have had a couple. This is a very serious very serious thing to note, basically for everybody. In the last 2 weeks, we've had a couple of fentanyl cases. One being last night. This is very serious. Everybody knows, marijuana, methamphetamine, but now we're getting fentanyl. Sheriff's office is here. They can talk about it too. But fentanyl is killing families. It's killing people. It's killing communities. So if y'all see anything out there that we need to know about, let us know. There was a letter sent or faxed over, and I think all of y'all have that, from one of our community members, thanking the police department for what we do. I didn't want to read it because it was 2 pages long, but you guys have a copy of it. And as far as, if you want me to, as far as the city ordinance, you want me to talk about, we didn't have a meeting tonight because there were a few people that were sick.
Okay.
But we did have an incident with a pit bull over the weekend. And please remember to have your animals on leashes. This animal actually chased the kid down the street, so be aware of that as well. That's all I have.
Hey Chris, did you happen to break it down how many calls were in the city?
I did not. Samantha's here tonight. She can break it down if you want to, and I will get that from now on for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Brandon was talking about the help that you gave. How much you helped her with her brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that, Chris.
Cheers. You're welcome. Part of the job.
Is there one more? Park, Jim?
We're gonna clean up day at the ballpark, March 24th at 2 o'clock. Any and all volunteers are welcome to come out and help. Allison's starting soccer signups during the Easter egg hunt at the ballpark on March 30th. Ages are 3 to 9. $20 per child charge. Soccer will start on April 12th and go every Friday until May the 10th. And we got a bunco event April the 5th at 5 o'clock, located upper deck, $10 entry fee.
When was that cleanup?
It is March the 24th.
Thank you.
Where's that taking place? I mean, where are you gonna,
Ballpark,
at the ballpark?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock?
Yep. It's on a Sunday.
That's it for you, Denny? That it?
Yes.
Thank you. Code enforcement, you said they had no meeting tonight. We have some old business.
What about public works?
Vacation time, yeah, oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
And fire?
I leave you out every time, don't I? I know you're dying to death.
First thing I wanna add is, I seen a lot of citizens out here shook their heads when they seen the water rate raise. That is not something the city of Cloverport did, that comes from the city of Hardinsburg. So I was just making sure y'all understand that. I've got a couple of things to add. Our mowers that we have now is a 2016 Husqvarna, is now 8 years old. And the other one's a 2017 Gravely, 7 years old. We're getting a lot of hours on those mowers. And people don't understand, but every week we mow 15.78 acres is what we mow in the city. So we're using those two mowers. Those mowers are residential mowers. and I would love it for us to get a commercial mower. We fixed 2 leaks that we found. We did an investigation on our sewer manholes. We found a couple water leaks that was getting down in our sewer lines. Know the city council, they see where it says water uses, our daily average of 204,551 gallons. Our lowest average, we got that down for the last 4 days, 163,211 on the average for the week. That's the lowest average since July 2019. That's all I have.
Thank you. Fire department?
We had 9 runs, 3 fires, 3 rescues, 1 rescue, and 2 was just, we was testing hydrants over there for our ISO inspection. We used 25 gallons of diesel, and when we was testing hydrant, we used 700 gallons of water. 200 gallons was in the city of Cloverport. Our Easter egg hunt is March the 30th at 10 o'clock. Everybody's welcome to bring their kids out. I think we got over, like 9,000 eggs this year. So, that's all I have.
That's a bunch of eggs.
People donated.
Yeah, okay, let's go on down to, vacation time. I think we started that last night.
Alright, so we made, I made the motion for us to table the vacation of 401 till we figure out what's going on with the financials.
The vacation time was to roll over. nothing
What,
but
to pay, it was
yeah.
to pay if they can't use it, that's what the vacation time was about. That's what you brought up.
Okay. Okay. Let's go on down to new business. Which is nothing. How about citizen input? We have Samantha, where's Samantha Lucas?
So I know there has been some questions about an open records request, so, Mr. Eagley, here's your open records that you requested that the AG's office, we sent you a request saying that that's already pick up. You didn't come today to pick them up, so here they are.
Thank you.
There has been some questions about the open records. If it's for the city council, y'all need to put your names on it. And then, what are you all exactly asking for? I'm in the middle of 2 FBI audits. It takes a lot of time for these open records requests. So if you're just wanting to know exactly what it is, because 3-4 months of open records requests on the officers, plus there's only certain things that I can or cannot give.
Right.
So, when y'all ask for those, I need to know exactly what they are. For a time frame, because it does take an extensive amount of time. So, has anybody got,
Yeah, on that, I realize it is a time strain. But when I did the open records, there shouldn't have to be other people calling to
you
get
said
at
it was for the whole city
I
council.
said council wants to know, but I'm the one that did.
Council want to know?
No, I didn't know anything.
Okay, my bad, 3 of us, and actually I told you 3 of us wanted to know. And then, let's see, that was that, and then you told me that you would get back to me. I never heard nothing about you. You told me, you told me,
also spoke with Sheriff Richardson,
right, and he said he was gonna see what he could do.
and he had them ready for you.
I never heard anything from anybody. Last I heard from you was that I had to have Jeff and Hal call.
And they did.
Jeff, called, and that day, Hal called like a week later, and you told him that we already had that information, which we didn't have the information. I didn't know it was ready.
He was setting up the sheriff's office.
I mean, you told us we wouldn't be able to get it till the 18th, so
And you said you needed it earlier, and I said, I would have it up there.
you never said you'd have it up there. You said, you told Jeff, he was the last one spoke to you, and you said you wouldn't have it till the 18th.
Yes.
And that was the end of it, I never heard anything else back
And
from
then
you.
you asked Sheriff Richardson spoke to you, and he told you what we
Right.
had ready, and then
He said,
that's not what you wanted.
he said he would do what he can see what he could do. And I told him, just like you, what I wanted to see was the locations and runs of our officers. And matter of fact, with the Excel sheet that I got from you,
It's not an Excel sheet, it's
When-
the new CAD system
okay,
printout.
okay, well, when it was broke down, you hand wrote that there was 42 outside city limits. You said 0 for Irvington, 0 for Single Creek. Chris told us in a meeting Wednesday that he went to Irvington, right outside Irvington, and then we broke it down you said that there was one for backing up Irvington.
Mhm.
So, I mean, how's it, there's one backing up, but then there's no runs down there? You can't, that's contradicting yourself. I
They
mean,
did, they had a backup officer, that is a
You-
run,
But you wrote, hand wrote,
yes.
that there was 0 incidents in
You're looking at
Irvington?
the wrong thing. That's
Hold on.
traffic stops, down there at the bottom.
Hold on.
Up here are the runs. This is the printout of every run that they have, every log.
This is exactly what you wrote.
Yes, I got it right here.
Up top, you wrote the 18 out of, or assistant out of the agencies, broke it down, HPD, Brett Central, so on and so
IPD.
forth, IPD 1. Then down here, 40,
That's for traffic stops.
well, that just says 42 outside city limits. That,
42 traffic stops.
well, it was
outside
down
the
here
city.
written, it wasn't marked that that's what it was for. I apologize, I didn't know that's what it was for, but it wasn't marked that it was for traffic stops. It just, I got this up here and I got
I
this
just
down
thought
here.
it would be common sense since it's at the last.
Well, I
line.
thought it would be common sense that I would get this, like I did the first time. When I tell you, I'm trying to find out where our officers are, because I'm being told that they're,
That is
everywhere.
the old CAD system that I printed that out.
what, and that's
This
when I
is the
spoke,
new CAD
when I
system.
spoke to you on the phone, you asked me exactly what I wanted. I told you, this is exactly what I wanted.
Yes,
So we can verify where our officers are. You just me getting a piece of paper just saying, one abandoned vehicle. We don't know where that is. 2, disorderly, 4. Okay, where was that? I mean, we don't know where this is. And we've had situations where officers have been outside of the city limits a lot.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying. So, this printout, this sheet, we have upgraded to a new CAD system. So my new CAD system, this is what they print off the reports.
Okay, well,
This is what for every agency, the sheriff's office gets this now for a new report.
then I'm not sure how
That's
you can,
the old,
how can you
CAD
break
system.
that down between officers? So if
that's
I-
me going like every single day. That would be me stopping, going
And,
every
and
single day.
also, when I got that, you wrote, it was for dates 1/1/24 through 2/29, and the actual open records request was from December 1st
Yes.
to,
We switched to a new CAD system.
you're not, when you told me the open records was ready, and I came and got them, you said it was all ready,
We're just gonna go through the AG's office. This is.
That's
what
fine. I mean, that's-
first wall.
apparently that's when ready, I can get what I need.
Thank you, thank you.
I'd like to,
We're sharing
I'd like
your,
to clarify with something real fast, about this, is when you initially made the public records request, I told you that there was some things going on.
Right.
They were extremely busy.
Right.
Okay, and I broke it down to you, I said exactly what she can do, I said, we can't give you addresses and break it down.
Right.
If we tell you Chris is outside the city, that's Chris's responsibility to tell you why he was out of the city. And you agreed. I said, I will have her list everything that, when he's out of the city. We can't give you every single address on every single cat,
I told him that too.
because there's things that are protected.
Absolutely.
If it's a domestic violence situation, and we don't need anybody over there, if it's something involving a juvenile, we don't have the time to sit down and redact every single thing, because your all's numbers are conflicted. We're more than glad to help you all any way we can. As a sheriff's office, we come in, we help you all.
Absolutely.
As a dispatch center, we're gonna help you all any way we can. But when we tell you that we're tied up in an audit, just work with us. If you tell me what you want, or tell Sam what you want, that's what we're gonna get you all. But whenever you agree, this is what I'm gonna give you, and you agree, and that's what she give you. It might be a little bit different on the dates or whatever, but also on a CAD changeover. So you got part of the information's on an old program,
Right.
part of the information's on a new program. There's a lot of things that has to be, everybody's got their own CAD and their own numbers. Cloverport has theirs, Irvington has theirs,
Yes, sir.
Hartsburg has ours, and we have ours. Now, sometimes those numbers are gonna duplicate. If someone calls for Cloverport, and Cloverport doesn't have anybody out, that CAD's gonna have, another CAD's gonna be open for that same address, and maybe it's not gonna close down
Right.
that old address, okay?
Yeah.
So that might be where he has bigger numbers than what he has before, because they didn't close that CAD out. Or they didn't say, well, the sheriff's office took that call. So there was some discrepancies on, sheriff's office took some calls, Cloverport took some calls. Now, I will say, since they got the new police officer here, that we are taking less calls here in Cloverport, which that's a good thing, that y'all are starting to get up on your own feet and do your own stuff. We're willing to help any way we can. But I hope that clarifies on your all's public records request on that. Now, it is very taxing on our dispatch center to continue to do your numbers. That's something that you all need to be keeping up with as well with your police department, okay, and keeping up numbers. We're willing to help, but we gotta know what you want, because there's a lot of information to go through and redact. If someone's out of the city, and we tell you he's out of the city, then let Chris explain why he's out of the city. And if that's questionable, then we'll go approach whether or not we can release an address or not. If you all wanna say that's not right or whatever, or you question what he says, but when we tell you that they've done X amount of traffic stops outside the city, let him explain it to you why they're out of the city.
That makes sense. Right, but see, we weren't getting, I mean,
Right.
and now Chris is we got a new understanding
Yeah.
about how.
We talked about this Wednesday.
Right, so I mean, and
And before you call the Attorney General's office, I wish you would call me
I
and
hadn't,
work out the issue.
I hadn't heard nothing from nobody.
Right, well,
I mean,
yeah, I didn't hear nothing from you.
well, you're right,
So
because I was
again,
expecting,
Again, if there's a problem with one of our offices, I suggest that you call me and we'll work it out, okay?
can I do your,
I don't have
your
any
office
problem
phone?
working that out.
Do your office phone number, or is it just a
Same
normal?
office, you
Alright.
call me, come in my office, whatever you want, you call me, you've called me before, and I call you back. You never call me about it, I'm not gonna chase you down to give you public records
Right,
request.
yeah, alright,
You need to call back and say, hey, it's my public records request, and I'm not gonna chase you down for it,
right, I mean, last
okay?
thing I was told, they wouldn't be done till the day, then he was told that we already
Just
had them,
call
so there
back.
was a,
Call back,
okay.
call back and say, hey, where's my public records request? We'll give it to you, no problem. Any more questions about the dispatch center or the sheriff's office?
It's all done, I think it's been cleared.
All right, thank you all.
Yeah, I wanna speak about, we talked about this the other day, Wednesday, Friday, I'm sorry. And just touching on what he was saying and going forward with it. I get my numbers directly from them, I make a phone call or I send a text and say, hey, how many calls did I get for this month? Now, if you ask me to break it down, I will from now on, Jason, and hopefully we'll have it all figured out. It is gonna be taxing, because I'm gonna have to break down every single stop that we make, every single traffic stop we make, so it's gonna take me some time. So I hope to have it done and ready for you at the next meeting. If not, I'll get as much as I possibly can for you. But like I told you and Jeff, that door's open, you guys come see me.
I mean, we talked about.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've agreed that if 163 calls, say that's the number, just for example, and then there's actually 40 less, that actually makes, man, there's that discrepancy. It makes, like, there's more work inside Cloverport. Am I making that clear?
Yeah,
It's making it look like we're worse than how we actually.
No, actually, it's making the citizens understand that we're out there working.
Oh, we know, especially Joel.
Well, I mean, I'm right there beside him, I don't know what's the difference, but anyway, we do make traffic stops, and I explained that to you, and I can tell the citizens here that's listening, we do make traffic stops. Joe lives in Hardensburg, I live in Westview. When I get in my car, I'm 10-8. That means I'm on the clock. When he gets in his car, he's 10-8. When he's coming down this way and I'm coming down this way, do you expect me to turn my head in the opposite direction when I see a crime happening? Does anybody? I'm not going to. And he's not going to. That's where we get our traffic stops outside the city limits. So anyway, I just wanna make that clear to everybody. Thank you.
So unfortunately, we had some of the same issues. Getting open records, we always make the request, we give them the open records, we've not refused anyone. We know they ask for the same thing.
That's not quite honest.
Be quiet.
Well, that's not quite honest. It's not, it's about false information. I mean. Tell that accurate stuff, please. I said, please tell the accurate stuff, because we are being refused open records. And we're being,
From an order from somebody else, so we won't go there. You have to understand that. The council has two jobs. Ordinances and what else? Budget?
Budget and ordinances, that's it.
Okay.
Everything else goes through the mayor.
We don't go around taking pictures, stopping vehicles, giving out false information on Facebook. There's a social media policy. You can't negotiate with other city officials. You can't identify yourself as someone and ask for confidential information. And the bottom line of that is, we need to stop. We've lost 2 clerks over all this stuff. So here we sit.
but if we got the information, we wouldn't have lost them. I mean,
Someone else has something to say.
Well, I wanna say something.
Just a quickie, okay?
Yep. So, last week we had some bad weather, and, I normally open up the Methodist church for bad weather. I always posted. Methodist, or the community church.
Community church.
We have a basement. We are the only church I know of that are willing to open the church up. So, I was not aware that we were having bad weather Thursday night. I fell asleep. Okay, I didn't even hear the alarms go off. Friday morning, I wake up to a bashing on Miss Bider's page of where.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, hold on.
I'm sorry. That is a public Cloverport
Okay.
group on Facebook.
I'm so
I do
sorry.
moderate that group. The post was not from me and it was not on my page.
No, I'm just saying it was on the Cloverport events page, so I apologize. However, I do not sound the sirens for bad weather. That was brought up, okay? So I talked to her about it. I actually went to the lady's house that wrote it, and she really wasn't, she thought I was the one that sounded the sirens for whatever reason. So, starting today, if there is bad weather, and if I am awake, I will open the church. However, I just want everybody to know, I can't predict the weather. I had no idea. But I would also appreciate people not getting on there and bashing and talking about how sad it was that the church didn't open. So I have cried about it. I have received messages from a fake account, Bobby Harden, about how many people died in Hawaii. So, I'm just here to let you know, I don't sound the sirens for bad weather.
And
So-
you don't have to open the church if you don't
I
want
don't.
to.
But, sorry.
Well, thanks for opening up the church, and where else do we have to go?
We do have, and I don't know if everybody knows this or not, but, Weatherhold Apartments is the other location. Some people may have just moved in here, I don't know, but Weatherhold Apartments has a basement underneath. It's always open. You go in where you go to do your laundry. And it'll hold about 100 people. So if the church is not open, Weatherhold is always open. Those doors never shut up there. Okay, so at least everybody has that. And that's something that I talked to some people about too. Candy, I haven't talked to you about it, but there are grants out there that we can get a shelter for bad weather built. But again, and I've mentioned this before, if anybody can write grants, I just put 3 of them together and it's taken me forever. I don't know if anybody's ever wrote a grant, but it is not easy.
Nope.
So if anybody can write a grant, yes.
Is there a way, like, maybe you could make a post on, like, the sheriff's page or your page saying, like, these are the shelters? that
Yeah,
are
I can do,
available?
I'll do that.
We've
That way
actually
people
done
know.
that.
Yeah, we've done that before, but I'll do it again.
Yeah, just like a refresher, and, you know, it's the community members that are out of the kindness of their heart going and opening these doors.
You're
so,
right.
like, maybe
It's kinda like me and Joel, driving around in the middle of a tornado storm
Yeah, no.
and with the blue lights on. We don't have to do that. We do it because we care about the city. Zach driving around the fire truck. But
Just for the people that don't know, the new people, when you're looking, when you pull in the apartments parking lot,
yes,
the laundry room, where's that?
it's just, so if you pull in from the school side,
Yeah,
up on the upper side,
uh-huh.
you come down, it's not that building, it's the next one. It's called 40. It's got
Second one down on the right.
second one on the right.
Okay,
Go around the sidewalk, it takes you right into
okay.
it.
I just wanted to.
And those doors are always open, everybody.
Yeah,
So-
I think just a refresher, like on
Yeah.
Facebook, just to give people a heads up again.
I'll do that in the morning. I'll make sure I get that done. But if anybody can write grants, I'd sure love to have some help. Cause there is spaces there that we can write grants and get,
Have you
location.
contacted Carolyn Barr as far as writing grants?
no.
You might ought to try to.
Well, if she can write them, we know her to get the
Well,
building.
I mean, I'm serious.
She might, yeah.
Talk to her, she might help
She
you out.
really does.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry,
She
Kate.
can write grants though.
But we need her to turn some buildings down.
Well, he's talking about grants.
Yeah.
Danny,
I mean, she
you
might
have
be-
something else to
Yeah,
say?
hey, the Chambers here last month and talked about the event
Oh, yes.
on Main. It's in conjunction with the Parks and Recreation. We're looking to do that on July the 6th. We're also having a naming contest, what to name it. It is on the Chamber of Commerce Facebook page. So if you can think of a name, there's some good ones on there already. If you can think of any more, let's get on there. Type it in there. It's moving along.
I got one more thing real quick, I'm sorry. Denny, can you talk about the auction that's getting ready to come up? We've got a police cruiser and a tractor that's gonna be happening for sale, from here, but you've got several things.
It's in conjunction with the Meade County Sheriff's Department. The auction is to be held at Brandenburg, at our office across the road from the fairgrounds. It'll be Saturday, April 27th, I believe, at 10 a.m. Eastern time. There'll be other consigners also. It's usually a pretty good sale, big sale. A lot of people will be there.
You have any vehicles in them usually?
Yes, there is.
Can I bring up my event since we're talking about things right now? Can I come up there? Okay. So I did my Moonlit Market on Main last year. I'm gonna try and do that again this year if Candy and Chris,
I
if
got
you
you.
guys are good with that permit. And then I also in conjunction with Nancy, Lucas previously from the chamber. We really wanna do a Christmas in Cloverport this year. I have a ice skating rink, rental situation, a trackless train, a Christmas carousel, and do, you know, similar to the Moonlit Market, but it's gonna just be Christmas, just all Christmas on Main Street. The festival board, which, by the way, I'm the vice president of the festival board, I don't know if I, sorry. But the festival board, we're gonna open our building and do, Christmas trees, sort of like, Bertha Arms did many years ago. And, the festival is gonna get the money for the entrance fee into the building, and then all the money that's, you know, when you put your money in for which tree you like the best, all of that money is, gonna go to Pat Fuquay, for Christmas for the kids in the school. I felt that was the easiest way. I wanted a Christmassy charity, but I didn't wanna have to go buy presents, so that was gonna be the easiest, like, here's the money, thanks very much.
I'm sure they'll.
Yeah, I think it'll be really, really cool, I'm really excited. I think that's all I have for Cloverport this year, so I'm gonna need 2 permits.
Okay, just get with me
That's
sometime.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I have.
Yeah, we've had a heck of a 2 or 3 week span here with, both of the girls resigning out of our office. Had one of them tell me that they physically get ill wherever they come down the hill. So they don't know what kind of gotcha moment that we're gonna try to grandstand with at city council meeting. Then I got another one that said that during a winter event, that she was too scared to go get her kid from Owensboro from their dad, cause they thought they were gonna get reprimanded if they went off the clock to go get their kids.
Who made her that way? What made her feel that way?
It's the conduct of this council. Specifically, you're right, you're right. Specifically just a couple that, you know, they're trying to learn their job, but that's all said and done with now. Even though Chad Gregory did get back with me about job shadowing for Terry. But they're trying to learn their job. They're having the exact same issue that Miss Lucas was having with open records requests. So I went back to October and got every open records request that we've had coming to City Hall. October we had 1. We didn't have anything for for November, I believe. But then, when we got a new city clerk, we got 3 in December, 2 in January, 3 in March, that was for stuff for February.
Now, would you like to mention why we got them? And when we have meetings, minutes given out to, 2 different sets to the council, and there's been votes to, make them according or fix them to what they formally are. The only way we can tell, if they've been fixed is by open records. I won't come down here and spend any time, because I'm not gonna say no names, but I've had people's family members call me. I've had members of their, family call my phone, not say a word, just sitting there breathing. If you wanna see phone numbers, I'll be more than happy.
Well, I've had these 2 pretty much claiming harassment and micromanaging, when that's not your job to micromanage them in there. And I've had a couple other people in departments talk about this toxicity that they're getting follows. They're arriving at work here at City Hall, they got people out back, people out front waiting for them to come. This is getting ridiculous. I mean, Terry offered this right here in December or January, I believe. That wasn't good enough.
It doesn't show us none of the checks, if you look.
Okay. But she also said that she was advised that there needed to be an audit. She couldn't get no CPA firms to come in here, because they're all busy doing taxes. But that wasn't good enough. you had to keep on putting your little pressure, this stupid crap. And then,
How we gonna
hey,
do it?
hold on,
Go ahead,
Is 3 minutes up yet?
right?
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
March 4th, you asked for, see here. Last 4 months of all the city's banking records, which you're entitled to, I'm not saying you're not. They got 72 hours to get it. She was sick for 2 of those days. She went to Facebook.
We got assistant clerk that steps in when our clerk's
Okay.
not here. Job title.
They were also trying to find out whether or not they need a reduction chicken account information, so town's chicken account information wasn't getting it out in the community. Spot if you want.
Oh, I will.
But then she sent you an email saying that was already, and then the next day you went and did the exact same thing that you did to Miss Lucas, going to the Attorney General's office, file a complaint.
I got 3 open records right here with false illegal information denying, open records. And if this goes to AG, that's gonna put Carrie under the bus, or she's gonna get fined. But I'm not going that route.
You asked for in March.
Yeah,
They
those are
denied
the
it.
ones I just asked for, they denied, said that our city attorney said not to give them,
I think you're,
which is a lie.
borderline harassing city employees, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, how we supposed to do our job if we don't have the
Well, you
information?
can do it, you can go about getting all of this, but in a more professional manner. That's not putting people underneath the gun.
You go through the mayor.
There-
You don't go to her office. you go
First
to
of all,
the
first
mayor.
of all,
The mayor's a joke. I mean,
Okay.
You're a joke too.
I'm not going to talk to her.
I strongly suggest that you need to resign off this council and be done with it.
And, Vote me out.
Isn't our job to look out for the, budget? And the thing is we have not seen a financial statement up until what we've got here, which is not a financial statement. It don't show what's been paid, what out of what account or anything else. And that's what we're supposed to be looking at. That's just the same thing we couldn't tell Zach he could go buy a fire truck, because we haven't had any figures. So if us asking them for papers to have a financial statement is harassment, then I don't understand what any of us are doing here.
It's the frequency that they're getting put underneath the gun for all this stuff. Like I said, she was giving us this, I know it's not what we wanted.
Yeah, but
But
what
she's
does
also-
that tell you,
We
Ethan, if you're
cannot
looking at checking
get
accounts?
anything accurate,
And-
any numbers that are accurate, like she said.
And the
You gotta
thing-
get somebody in here to get on the computer to make it right.
The thing is, up till this mayor council was able to go to the bank, look at bank statements, see what had been done in the accounts. That way you know, council would know what's going on in the accounts.
Is there any ordinance though that says that
Since
we
the
have to
new-
be on that?
Since the new takeover, no council members on there, so council members can't go see the bank statements. What that would take for us to be able to go see them is we would have to do something, ordinance or take a vote for council to be able to just go look at them and then turn it into the bank. And that's what,
And we talked with the bank.
Jesse, you had something to say.
So I looked through, excuse me, sorry. My name is Jesse. I'm the branch manager of First Financial Bank. I've been here since November. I apologize for not getting here earlier, but I am here now. Just want to let you all know I'm here for the community. If you have any questions, please come talk to me. As for the council, I looked through all of our documentation that we have since we've had the account through all the other banks we've had. The only time I've ever seen anybody on the account has been the mayor, the clerk, and the assistant clerk. We have no documentation of anything further than that. I don't see anything, if it was an agreement between a person and like the, excuse me, sorry, person and the, or the council and the like previous presidents or anything, I don't have records of that. The only records I see is that it was the clerk, the mayor, and the assistant clerk that were ever on the accounts. And in order to get any information, it requires 2 signatures in order to have information. That's all I've ever seen.
And you told us that day. You said you talked to the mayor.
Correct.
And that was where it was left, correct? Yeah. Yeah, and Chris come up to ask me, he said, if we come to you and said we was part of the,
We were the financial
The
team.
financial team, we never said we was part of any financial team, we told you that we was with the city council, and we was wanting to see if we was on there, is that not correct?
That is correct, and I did clarify that I may have misinterpreted on my own end. I said 100% you let me know you're part of the council, which is fine. I may have misinterpreted or conflated with something else for the finance
I
committee,
just
so
wanna
I did
clear that up.
retract that part on my
Yeah,
own.
I just want to clear that up. But the whole thing is we have no, it's kinda like everybody have 2 or 3 checking accounts, and you go 6 months without knowing where your, deposits are, your amounts are, and you're supposed to keep writing checks and letting things go. I mean, how do you do that if you don't know where you're at? And the thing is, that's our point. There's been checks written that we don't know which account they come out of, or where they come, if they was moved from one account to the other, or where it stands. And we're looking out for the town here in the community. And as Ethan said himself, we're trying to do our job. And the thing is, that's what our job is as council. And we can't do that if we don't have the reports. And that's where it is, plain and simple. We've not had one report, financial report, that breaks down each account that says, even if the numbers here that we got tonight, if that was broke down in accounts showing the debit and credit, the actual amount, what account it was and what was moved, that would be fine. But we don't have that. We just have a lot of digital numbers that don't tell us anything. And I mean, that's our job, the city council. That's our job to look out for the people here and for the town. And I mean, it's plain and simple. I mean, that's what we do.
3 minutes are up.
Be accurate what you get. You get somebody to admit. You
Oh.
have to understand.
But we will still see what was done that month. And that's all we asked for, is what was done that month. And we understand we need an audit, there's done, numbers from the marshal was here, and everything, they're done at contradict, we get that. But from January 1st to January 29th, we could still get a beginning balance, end balance. This is what happened through the month. If there's a deficit on that, this is why we got this deficit. These checks haven't been reconciled. We would know what's going on. I mean,
We're in the dark. I mean,
But she's also been saying that she felt like there may have been some numbers off, but she didn't want to give you all false information. Or inaccurate information.
Yeah.
I think we told,
But another thing that she was having problems with though, is the accounting software that we use here in City Hall. We're the only city in the state of Kentucky that uses the software, it's antiquated. I mean, for the next city clerk, whoever that may be, we're gonna have to update and get a new accounting software. And something preferably that surrounding communities also use. Within our, I mean, we don't have some of the resources some of the other towns use. But that's something that we're gonna have to visit.
but that's like how fire department wants that brush truck. We can't.
This is the first time
we
we've
can't-
seen any
oh,
amounts
we
in the
can't
fire
okay
department.
it, we can't deny it. They want that brush truck, we don't know what kind of money there is.
About the brush truck, this might put the fire department in y'all started, but Hardsburg had declined to sell us the brush truck. There's one certain council member that runs the deal. He went to the mayor of Hardsburg, chow down on the price of the brush truck. About $15,000 is a great deal. And probably they accused them of sending us getting rid of it because they had problems. Truck, they drive it every day. But since that one council member went to behind my back and try to make his own deal, and Hardsburg pretty much say, kiss my butt, we ain't selling it, we use it for our drive around truck. So community lost out on another fire apparatus to help put out fire and to pull our boat. So that might put a target on the fire department, but I'm willing to stand up as far as right now,
Well,
the brush truck is no longer sellable.
You're talking about me going and talking to him, and I did go talk to him and ask him, and I told you I was going to talk to him. So it wasn't behind your back. And number two, the clerk's office said that they had no truck for sale. And I said, well, I'm just here to check and see if the truck is gonna be coming up or whatever. He also instructed me.
And I told you the truck was coming up for sale.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm telling you. He told me that it would be 3 to 4 months before the truck would even be outsourced where it could possibly be sold, but they had other places they could use it. And the thing is, he said their truck was not even set up yet. And I said, well, I was just wanting to find out if there was, because I'd heard a couple different prices.
Well,
You know, what it's gonna be or what it's not gonna be. And we are interested if we know what the numbers are. That's what was said. There was nothing chowing down on price. It was a matter, one time I heard, 10,000 and I heard 15,000. And I just
the
asked
price
him
I
what it
told
was
you
gonna
was
be.
15,000.
Originally, I got a text where it's 10,000, so that's what I was asking. So, if that is creating a problem, but from my understanding, it's never been for sale, wasn't gonna be for sale, so we got conflicting
Well, I talked to the councilman. He said, as long as you get the agreed price to buy it, they wasn't gonna sell it. They was doing us a favor,
Well,
according to me.
the clerk told me council's never even voted on it. He said that where you was getting your information, he did wasn't sure. And I said, well, I'm just saying, when we're looking into it, he said it was there, we have a use for it. And he said to check back with, that was the last I heard of it.
Exactly.
And I told you the same thing.
When you was there as mayor, he said he wasn't gonna sell it. Anyway, when you come get them ovens, another
Okay,
thing.
we'll take care of that.
Cause, probably gonna be set outside,
Okay.
and you can pick them up, since, 5 months down the road, you still ain't picked them up.
Jack, how about, that auction that Denny's having up there? What
He
about-
already bought, I mean, there's his.
No, he's talking about something else.
I'm
You're
talking
talking
about,
about the auction that's coming
no,
up.
I'm just making a change in the subject.
Okay.
3 minutes is up. No, I was wondering if Denny, he might have a truck or something in that auction up there that would pull the boat. Possibly even serve as a brush truck, I don't know, but at least something that might pull the boat.
Me, you'd buy, skid unit for a brush truck is $26,000.
But see, that's when we get back into we can't say yay,
Exactly.
nay, maybe.
Y'all ain't got
Y'all
six
ain't
trucks
got
to
Bird
prove
pull
it.
boat.
But that's just, y'all brought the brush truck up, so I figured I'd pass on that.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Good job.
No problem.
We do need a truck to pull the boat with, though, whether it's a brush truck or not. We need something to pull that boat.
Oh, another thing, I was gonna get an
Boat season's
estimate
coming.
at, Thompson Tire, they are certified to put a 2-inch hitch on back our rescue. But according to that, that's our brush truck, so it got straight tread tires, which would need to be some kind of off-road tire. So I will get an estimate for the next council meeting on that, see, go that route. But other than that, that's all I got.
I thought that was Adam. Shit. He's got a different hat on. Hey, how's Bev doing? Bev?
How's she doing? She's doing all right.
Is she?
Yeah. She's doing as good as could be expected, to tell the truth. She'll go back April the 9th to Louisville, and I'm hoping they're gonna, release her.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I gotta give this lady his blessing. Have a good night. Save me.
I don't know. There she is.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
Hey, young man.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing. How about you? Well, hello.
I'm doing all right, I guess. Howdy. I lost Doug.
Lost Doug.
Yeah, he's been there.